Hey everyone, hope you're doing great. So I know in my last video I told you I wanted to talk about some high schools in Cedar Park, and I wanted to go over some of the high schools just because this is a really important part in your child's life, especially because they're deciding what they want to do once they graduate, whether they go to college, trade school, or whatever that might be. So I'm going to give you 4 options. The first 2 are going to be 2 public schools, and then a charter school, and then a Christian academy, just because people do like options. So let's start off with Cedar Park High School. Cedar Park High School is really great because they are the top school in Austin for athletes. And this is really great, especially if your child is looking into sports and they're more of a sports person. And this is really great because if your child is pretty competitive and they possibly want to continue playing sports in college, this would be a really great option because, like I said, they are #1 in the Austin area. And nationally, they are in the top 2% for best public schools for athletes. Academically, this school is very great as well. So for SATs, the average score nationally is going to be a 1051. And here at Cedar Park High School, that's going to be 1240. So that's really excellent. It's about 100 or so points higher. And ACT wise, the average in Texas is going to be about 20, and Cedar Park High School's average is about 26. So with this school, you get a bonus with the athletics and the academics. So that's really great, especially if your child is, like I said, wanting to go into sports, but they also want some sort of academic challenge. Lastly, one thing about this school is the student to teacher ratio is going to be 16:1, which is pretty average. That's what the national average is. But this is really great because that means that your child is able to get some hands-on learning with their teacher and probably have more access to resources than if it were to be higher than 16:1. The next public high school that I want to mention is the Vista Ridge High School. Vista Ridge High School is not as athletically inclined as Cedar Park High School, but nonetheless, it's still a really great school. So in the Austin area, they are rated #7 for the best public school in Austin and #4 in the Williamson County. Academically, they kind of fall within the same range as Cedar Park High School, and like I said earlier, the average SAT is going to be 1051, and with Vista Ridge High School, their average SAT is going to be 1220, and their average ACT is going to be 26, so the same as Cedar Park High School. Like Cedar Park High School, the student to teacher ratio is going to be 16:1 as well. The next school I'm going to be talking about is going to be a charter school. So the charter school that I'm going to be mentioning today is going to be Cedar Park Charter Academy. So this charter school is just a little bit different because it is grades pre-K to 12, and charter schools are just slightly different because they don't have the same regulations as school districts because they don't get any money from property taxes. So this means that they have a little more freedom with the regulations than other school districts do. I do want to have a disclaimer that just because you go to a charter school does not mean that you're going to be better academically. I wasn't able to find as much as I wanted on the Charter Academy, but from what I was able to find academically, they are doing better on the national average for the SAT. So like I said, again, the national average for the SAT is 1051, and here it's going to be 1143. The last school that I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the Hill Country Christian School of Austin. So like I said earlier, I did want to give you guys some more options, so that's why I'm bringing this one into the mix. Academically, this school excels because their average SAT is going to be a 1270 and their average SAT is going to be 29. Not only that, but the school has 99% college enrollment, which is really excellent. And similar to the charter school, the student to teacher ratio is going to be 12:1. All the information that I have given you guys today either comes from niche.com or greatschools.org. I really hope that this kind of helped you narrow down on what high schools that you should be looking into. One thing I do highly recommend still is that you do your own research on these schools just so you can learn a little bit more about them, just because I did give you the basics. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys again next week. Bye.